Hey y'all, what's up? Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Hope you all having a great week so far and a great day. I myself having a good day and hanging good with a live before I'm gonna work tonight. And y'all see the thumbnail, it's the Four Sisters. Yes, I am talking about this show, and it is a really good show. Now, we know sometimes, hey, how you doing, y'all, Mizzle? So what's up? What's up? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share, let people know about me. It's a small platform here, but we have a good time. Welcome, Mizzle. What's up? It's the Divorce Sisters. I had every intention to review the show. I always was going to review the show, but like the one day when I was watching the show, I just took no notes. So everything I'm going to talk about is off the top of my head and whatnot. If any details that I might miss or there's something significant, y'all can help me out in the chat section down below. But generally, I remember the whole really storyline for each one of these characters and what's happening and whatnot. And I want this to be a more discussion, more so than just me reviewing it, because since I ain't taking notes, I'm not going to order. This happened first, this happened, this. So this is going to be a general discussion about the show, how I feel about that, how I feel about the characters, what kind of themes I brought out, and whatnot, and more so. We do know this is one season. Hold up. It's not one season, but it's the first season. Let me clarify. I won't think that it's canceled. It's not. Hey, shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful like diamond in the sky. What's up? We do know it comes on. I think it's on BET Plus. I think new episodes like most every Thursday, I believe, if not Monday. Y'all let me know. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because I catch it once a air already. So I think every Thursday is the new episodes. Usually that's like the staple point of new episodes for him. So it's on the Thursdays. And on the BET Plus, we find out that this first season will be split in two parts. It's 16 episodes. First half is the first 8 episodes where we just saw the recent, the last 8 episodes. Episode 8 was just shown recently. And then the second set, we don't even know when they're going to come back. But hopefully it's not a long break. It's like maybe 2 months, it's like that, and they come right back. Like for the full time, like for September, October, they come back around in the September, like early October. So it won't be too long for us to get back on the show. But sometimes he takes like a long breaks for whatever reason. All these shows like to take long breaks in between parts, and then they come back and he might forget what's happening. He got to roll back and watch it. Hope it don't take that long. However, it's a good show so far. Yes, he had his moments. Something make sense, but it's a great general wise. The plot line and everything and the storylines is great so far. I just like Sisters. At first, I enjoyed Sisters in the beginning, but then it derailed, and then I stopped watching it. Doesn't matter. It's still a good popular show because people still watching it, and there's still more seasons coming on, so people still like the show. And it's that me personally, I have stopped watching it because it is not giving me much that I wanted. And what I wanted as I saw first watching it. And then some of the characters I started getting annoyed with them. And it's like, okay, I don't want to watch that. Divorce Sisters so far has been really good. I've been hooked. So first episode all the way to 8 episodes. Hopefully continue on it and he could go down his good path and not mess up the show. Please don't just don't do too much. And I hope we get more than one season. Usually we should. But so far, most people who have been watching it generally do enjoy the show. Now we do have some buzz here and there about the actor and the storyline and why they make this person this, even though people jumped the gun, if we don't even realize that's not what it was. But it is what it is. So let's go back to the thumbnail. I'll show a pinpoint what these people are and what their names are. Pinpoint. All right, from a far left, next to Latoya Luckett, all the way to the end, is Bridget. Then we have Latoya Luckett. Y'all know, we all know who she is. She's great. She acts really well. Her character name is Rashida. Everybody said Latoya played Rashida. Yes, her character name is Rashida. Then the middle is Geneva. Then right next to Geneva is Tiffany, and then all the way to far right end is Naomi. So those are the main friend group cast, a formula, sisterhood, friendship, ups and downs, there for each other, through the good and the bad, whatnot. They may fall out from each other and whatnot due to their own personal issues. However, that's kind of staple formula. Was his sister was like that too. It's like five friend group, five ladies, or they 4 or 5 ladies together, and then they added like Fatima, like she's part of the friend group. So it's like is that. So let's get into the show. And when y'all welcome in, feel free to come in and say hey, whatever. There'll be a stranger. All right. Like I said, so far it's the first 8 episodes. It's the first half that we'll review it again when the second half comes on. I'm trying to see if the second half I might do a weekly thing instead of waiting for like whole 8 episodes and doing one live shot. But I did it this way, this first half, because I didn't start reviewing it until now. So listen. All right, so let's get into it. So we started off that first episode where we know Geneva and Tiffany was driving to pick up Anika. Anika is Geneva's daughter, right? We'll get more into that in a minute. Geneva's daughter, and I guess Tiffany supposed to be watching and babysitting Anika while William, which is Geneva's husband, and her is going on a trip to Italy, because at the end of the day, they haven't been had their adult time. Sometimes as parents, you do need that. I'm not a parent, but sometimes when you raise your children, they know about your children, everything. It's good every now and then to go on trips to refresh, and it don't stop. It doesn't take away from being a parent, but refresh, get your thing together. Especially if you're married, get your marriage together. Spend time with each other, because sometimes you might get lost in the thoughts about everything else, and then y'all forget your own relationship. So I think that's something that William and Geneva needs to revitalize their marriage, and whatever it is, it might be falling because they have been spending a lot of time together. It's mostly by working and taking care of their cows. Even though they have a babysitter, a nanny named Sarah, and she's the nanny, and she stayed there most of the time while the parents is both working, because that's what it usually is. Unless she go to school, but she still has a nanny that comes and goes picking them up. But however, usually the father does pick up Anika for and drop off Nika and pick her up from school most often than Geneva does, because Geneva's a lawyer and she has a lot of cases and stuff like that. So sometimes she's done her workload doesn't grant her to do the pick up and drop off. But this episode, she was able to have some time and she was able to pick up Anika from school. So her and Tiffany's in a car and they talking. And they tell her how much they need this break. We also find out that Tiffany is divorced, and Tiffany and her man, and it was great for each other. And then he left them. I forgot what was the reason. I think cheating was the reason. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know. That's to say, I didn't take no notes, so I don't know the specific details why they broke up. But I think it was something along the lines that he was infidelity. I think it was infidelity. Infidelity happening and something like that. But then it comes to find out later on this season, she said she had to pay $600 a month. I don't know what was that for. I don't know if she had to pay alimony and stuff like that. I know she said she's paying some money a month anymore. So I said, oh, so you got to pay the guy $600 a month? Oh, okay. I don't know. Y'all correct me with what that $600 a month was, because that's what she said she had to pay due to her being divorced. So it's like, But she, it took her a while. So she's not in the dating scene right now. She's thriving her work. She's a real estate agent. She does it on real estate industry, and it is mostly focused on work. So they was try, girl, I'm trying to hook you up. You gotta get back out there dating. And she'll see Tiffany say, I'm fine. I need to date and everything. Yes. Thank you, Empress. Thank you, boo. Yes. For alimony. So I was like, ooh, child. So it was for alimony, yes. So I said, yeah, she did mention she had to pay $600 a month due to the divorce. So it kind of was alimony. So that's weird that she had to pay him when he's fuck up. That's like, it's crazy, right? But hey, this is a society we live in, right? Equal opportunity. I know a lot of women. A lot of women feel like they shouldn't be paying alimony to a man, but this is the system. You want equal rights? This is the equal opportunity system, stuff like that. Even though it's not always great, but that's the system it is. Sometimes the woman end up paying alimony. That's what it's so sometimes it's good to protect your own assets and it don't shy away. It's time no prenup to protect your own self. Because especially you have money, then a guy who don't have much as you end up getting from you because you the one you the breadwinner have the income. So it's always good to take your own money and not shy away from that. But you know, a lot of people say, "I know how you like." I said, "No, it's good to protect yourself too, girl." Especially you have the income. So she said she's good right now. She's not looking to date and everything, but whatever. If it happens, it happens. But then she was eyeing one of the teachers, and she's like, "Oh, he's fine, and everything." She didn't have to bust her bubble. It's like, "Oh well, him and her husband is good," and she's like, "Oh, child." But it doesn't matter. He still was a good looking guy. It's just that you just ain't know it gay. But they picked up Judy, Anika, and whatnot. So they went home to Geneva's house, and Anika was playing with the dolls. And then she was saying something about how you so damn fine. And they said, "Oh, what you got that from, Nika?" She said, "Oh yeah, I got that from Daddy. Daddy said that to a pretty lady in school, woman at school." And Geneva said, "What? What she said?" And then she started like attorney drilling her with questions and drilling. And Tiffany said, "Girl, she's not your person you understand with. Like, she's just a little girl." So you have to keep asking her. But she just said her daddy said that to some woman in the school. And said a pretty lady, and she goes to pick up. She's Maddie is her classmates in his class, and Maddie's mom is the one he complimented. So that's that. So that got Geneva mind blowing. She is like, what? So now Tiffany knows that Geneva could go to the deep end, and we see that because later on she's following Fiki and following the lady. Like kids are the ones always blow the spotlight. You can't give nothing in front of them because they would tell the truth at all. Yeah. Exactly. So they got Geneva lawns blowing. But we're gonna find out why she's all into this going hard. Because she got her skeleton, her closet is not clean herself. But we will get to that in a minute. So she's jumping on board. But then I say, "Like, girl, okay, daddy saw some other pretty lady in the school, another lady in the school, pretty." I said, "What's that about?" So she's thinking the deep end that he might be having an affair and whatnot. And I think she hopes he was doing so because it would alleviate her own skeleton. She had her own closet to show that, oh, I did it. So I'm gonna be upset with him because he did something that I had done to him first. But he don't know that I did that to him first. So if he did so and he called another woman, he cheating on me. So it's justifying me being upset. I said, we see that game. The guys do that too. So see that game. So she's in the deep end. Tiffany said, "Okay, girl, relax. You don't know. You taking it there because we have another character. We're gonna talk about Naomi." And Tiffany said, "You just like a Naomi, but you're more classy based than Naomi. Naomi is more destructive with her crash outs. You is more classy, but you just as deadly." So it's like, and you're a lawyer too, girl. So it's like, girl, calm down. Don't think the worst, but it's already too late because she started going to the school. She trying to get information about Maddie. Yeah, because according to her, she is bored. So yes, she feel like she's looking for a reason to leave. Exactly, she's looking for a reason to get out that relationship because she's just saying she is bored of her mind, of her marriage, and I think that's why they needed that trip. But even though the trip wouldn't even be necessary because she is bored with her husband. Period. Because according to her, because Naomi blow it up. That's what sometimes when you have good friends, and we're gonna talk about that whole thing. Hold up. The Wi-Fi signal's acting up, so let me cut off my camera for a little bit. Y'all still hear me? We're gonna talk about that with friends, especially we got good friends. Is it their line when you try to push them too far? Because you know it's not right to hurt your friends and everything, and hurt friends, especially they want to lash out and tell your business. But when you know you got somebody who got skeletons, who got no secrets, and you pushing them too far because you hanging on them, and they don't like that pushback, so they're gonna push back and tell your secrets. So you may just want to fight with that a little bit, especially because you do all this judgment, and that's why I was like, we're gonna talk about that whole when Naomi got on the ladies. Yes, she wasn't wrong. No, she was wrong for how she lashed out and turned their business like that. But at the same time, don't be coming here and act like I'm the messed up one and I'm the only fucked up friend when y'all all have some issues too. And I understand that. Like I said, I understand and talk both sides. Like, don't come at me like that. Because Geneva, you told us your husband have a figure small on it. Or based on you, his penis not live up to what Javon penis is. And he's whack. And that's what that's where you started. Whatever. It's coming back. So I'm going to stay behind the screen for now, y'all, because it's keep backing up. I don't know. According to you, your husband is not working with something down there like that. So you end up cheating with on your husband with Javon. Behind the back. You had a side dude. And it was so entertaining. You just love the edge. You love it. It was exciting for you. But you didn't want to live up, you didn't want to give up William because he's a cushion, he's a safety net for you. So you didn't want to leave freaking William for Javon. And even though you and Javon stated that y'all was gonna leave your prospective persons for each other, he did what he had to do. Now he got divorced, Javon got divorced, and he came back in town. He been blowing up Jimmy the phone and whatnot. And so he blowing up her phone and everything. And then he troubled her. I said, come on now, you doing stalkerish. Like, don't be blowing the phone. I ain't answering the phone. I ain't answering the phone. But now you come to my job. Don't do that. We black people don't like you come and show our job unannounced. Let me know something first before you come to my job. Yeah, we don't like everybody in our business in the first place. Then you gonna show up in that job trying to me having that. So you show up, and that's when we find out that yes, she the one had an affair and everything. And she was enjoying it, but she pushing him away because she didn't want to leave her husband and whatnot. And not because he's a great guy and whatnot. And he's a safety net. But she's bored. So and he's not working with anything. And I said, oh child, poor little Tyreek. That was his character name from Sistas. So, we see him growing up and But I said, ooh. So that's what she going so hard. To the point that she's freaking chasing down and following the freaking girl, because we come to find out the girl, Maddie's mother, she owns a yoga spot. And she runs and teach yoga. And she has a class, a building that she's on. So she's over there. Agoy. It's called Agoy. And she went over there, went inside, trying to set like a play date between the daughters. So they changed the numbers. She did a little old trick they used to do in college by leaving the phone behind to see if it get any a thing. But she picked the phone and then she heard of it afterwards, the recording of what's happening. She called someone and said she's just had a strange visit with Yara. Her name is Yara. And she don't know. We don't even know who she called. But she called someone, so she's thinking that Yara and her husband is having something going on. But I don't think that's true. I think her husband is a faithful guy. So far, we don't know. But what we know, he all into his wife and he into his family. Now he doing like what are you doing the most by pushing Javon into us? Like, come on now, you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know Javon, your friend, is one to smashing your wife behind your back. And I was like, child. And that's crazy. That's the ones that you need to be dangerous. Like, people so worried about the strangers. No, granted, the stranger is the one, yes, you think that it should be. But sometimes the one that you're familiar with is the one you should look out for. They're the ones that's behind your nose, under your thumb, pretending to be good friends, is the one you should look out for. Because they's the one you will think that would be the one that do so, would be the one that will do so. Like for Color Goods, that script, when you know that was based on the script by the artist, the author. I read it too about different parenting, and that was behind the time, and that one of the script was basically on that the stranger you think that would be happening is not. It's a stranger. It's not the stranger. It's a person you know. So it's like the nature of that change, the nature of our change, because you think it's supposed to be stranger, but no, it's your own kind. So it's like in your own familiarity. So it's kind of similar like that. Your friends is the one you should look out for, but just as much that you think as a stranger was, especially the one who's all in your face. Relationship. So William and Javon and everything, and he got this, and Javon doing this sinister stuff going on behind the back, and pretending that he's, because William's pushing Javon with Tiffany, because Tiffany been out of this thing for a while, and now she's submitted by Javon, and because of that, Geneva is keeping her distance from Tiffany and treating her some kind of way, because Geneva and Tiffany are supposed to be the closest ones. So it's like, now all of a sudden Javon's in the picture. I noticed that you start becoming distant that Javon is around, but you don't want to tell me, and I'm asking you directly. Tiffany has been asking Geneva, Rashida, somebody tell her something, thinking that she losing her, making her mind, like she losing her freaking mind, and nobody want to tell her. Rashida, the person who don't lie, she can't lie. Even she dodged the question. She said, "You need to talk to Geneva. You need to talk to Geneva." I said, "I'm trying to ask this girl. She didn't want to talk to me." She kept going. She said, "It's everything not about you and everything." I said, "Oh, so you being snappy with me? Okay." I guess Tiffany gonna find out based on this last episode, or we're gonna resume what the real deal. Why Geneva would be funny and funny style. And now your friendship with Tiffany might fall is suffer because I gave you ample chance to tell me about what's going on, and you don't want to tell me. Tiffany is liking this guy, Javon. Javon is basically playing Tiffany because he wants to be close to Geneva. He wants Geneva. He wants Geneva. But he gonna play along and get with Tiffany and make Tiffany feel for him, knowing that all the time he's playing the game to get Geneva. And also to the point that he trying to get a house close to them in the area. He liked the house, so he gonna put a bid and offer into it. And on the storyline, he gonna get it. He gonna get it. So now he gonna be close. He met Tiffany doing a freaking event, charity event at the church throws to raise money for more buildings and stuff that they're trying to build and everything. And we're gonna talk about that incident too, because that's involving Naomi and Franklin, stuff like that. And he invited him there. We invited him there, so that's how he met Tiffany. And him and Tiffany just been chatting it up, going on dates and stuff like whatnot. And then we come to find out, y'all. Like I said, it's not in no particular order. I'm just talking about storylines and storylines. And come to find out, now, Javon and William and everything all supposed to be traveling to the charity event, Rashida's and Pastor Jeff event. And Javon saw Nika. Because that's Nika, because William had to put Nika to bed and everything and whatnot. She wanted her father to put her to bed, even though the nanny was there and everything, so whatnot. So that delayed to go there and whatnot. And come to find out, not only we find out that Javon and Geneva had an affair for years ago, and then he left, and then he came back, and now he was cutting this thing, and now made her royal or scrambled because, like, we think she don't want him back, so because he won't mess up her life. He will basically she don't want him there because he will ruin and jeopardize what's going on with her husband because her world will be blown up with her secret once her husband finds out. And secondly, even though she don't want this to be happening, she is also turned on. I said, girl, if you don't get your act together, she is turned on by this playing and cat and mouse game that they're playing, they're doing. She is pretending that she's so bothered and stressed. She's stressed because she don't want her husband to find out. That's one. But at the same time, she loves the games that Javon's playing and what he's doing. She loves it. And she told Rashida said, "Oh, child, I don't know, what you attempted by the devil." And not only that, she loves it, but also she told her that he had to demon it. That's what she said to Rashida. She said he did ways in the bedroom. I can imagine. He's great and whatnot. And she's not the only friend, because it seemed like she told her friend group, because that's how Naomi blasted her and said, "Girl, did you tell us that your husband is past a good 5 inches and he not hitting it well? That's you messing around with Javon?" So not only he got a good dick, she's turned on by this game he's playing, but at the same time scared it get blown up. But then that's when you should be a little smarter. We'll get to the end part. We're gonna say that later on. Cause I said, girl, for you to be act like you're so smart and act like cover your tracks for this long time, you're not covering your tracks so well, because you about to blow your whole spot up, and your husband about to find out somewhere. You should have just played that thing better and what and good. But we're gonna push pause on Geneva and Javon's storyline. But let's get to Bridget. So Bridget is working she's the secretary or assistant of the first lady, which is Rashida. So, hire her friend to do the job. To have your friends close and give them a job, give them opportunity to do good for themselves. So Bridget's secretary, whatever she is, for the church. She does things for the church and things and everything. Whenever Pastor Jeff and Rashida needs, she does things. She get things done. So more so personal assistant for the first lady, while Myron is a personal assistant for Jeff. So you have both Bridget and Myron as assistants to the first lady and the pastor. And she's part of the 5. She's part of the friend group. And she has this thing when she has a younger guy she's dating. Now, I don't know how old she is, but she's dating a young guy who's 30 years old, who don't apply himself. He quit every damn job that she helps him with, or because he wants to be this artist or writer, whatever he want to be. He want to do something in an artistic direction. But not applying himself to do anything. But he lazing around. He might be good in bed. That's the only way she's keeping around. But it's basically a bum. He had no decorum. He had that freaking fundraising event, the charity event, acting a whole fool. Actually, he had no freaking training on how to properly act. Yo, be a man loud. Everything is like, yo, this, all that, get the offensive when somebody call him out on things. He's embarrassing Bridget. But Bridget like this young tender-year-old. I said, girl, what kind of hard life you having? It's like if you want to have fun, just have the fun, but don't freaking get serious with them. Especially if you have nothing to provide and you doing all the work for him. He's staying in your freaking house, sleeping in your bed. And at least if you go do all that, at least cook the clean, do stuff like that. Like, yes, as I'm the breadwinner, you need to start being a housemaker or something. A housewife. I said it. Do something. You don't want to keep a job. So what else? Be very ignorant. Yes. Yes. He took because it's like the fundraiser when she wasn't even asking to go. But then he's like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm free. I could go. And now he said, oh, I got a tuxedo. I got a tux. Steve this. And she was like, what the hell? And she steamed it too. Just so he could show her behind at the fundraiser event to get sent home. It's like you can't be always messed up. And then he pulled the trick that usually guys who manipulative, who like to, because they know they're not good for you and you over them and then want you to leave them, they will pull you in by using emotions to trap you in by doing something severe so you won't leave them because you fear if you don't leave them, if you leave them, they will do this to you. It's a tactic. Whereas, disclaimer, it's going to be a little sensitive, y'all. He will try to unalive himself, but attempt to do so by telling her, giving her a text message saying, "Oh, after what's going on," because she was stunned. This guy named Calvin, he been helping Bridget by giving Vaughn a job. Vaughn quit this job. He said he didn't want to do that. Calvin's upset. Calvin liked Bridget, but Bridget not giving Calvin any chance and whatnot because she likes the Vaughn. She don't like no Calvin. You two seasoned, and you two put together. She like the Vaughn she could put together, whatever. So she's like the young Tenderman beat. She don't want no guy who could be great match for her, but she don't want that type. She want the Vaughn type, and that's so she get ready to learn that. Listen, and also because she said I'm not y'all. I'm not one of them. I was ready to whoop some ass. Like she was ready to pounce on my know me. So you go one of those street girls. So we understand why you like the Vaughn type. So I guess Vaughn's sleeping. Calvin's upset because he feel like Vaughn took his keys and whatnot, took something from him, whatever it's the shop at. He can't find it. And he coming and storming in the house. He going up there confronting freaking Vaughn. Bridges asked him. Vaughn said, "No, I don't have it. I don't know what you're talking about." And then Calvin and Vaughn get to tussling and fighting. Vaughn beating Calvin up. But we come to find out Calvin's a boxer. So I guess he let Vaughn beat him up, which I don't understand why you would let him beat you up like that. You could at least still box his ass, but not do overboard. But whatever. He let Vaughn beat him up, call it to him. Call everybody else. He said, "Listen, he's a boxer. I guess he didn't. He let Vaughn beat him up because it could be the worst." She said, I know. So whatnot. So Vaughn is upset that he walked out the house. She just tell him to leave. He walked out the house. So at this point we figured out they are done with each other. So he pulled this classic move. Oh, if I can't have you, then nobody can, and I can't have nobody else. So I'm gonna unlock myself, basically. So anybody who see that message will think that once you get a message like that, you got to take it seriously. So you have to respond and say just and everything. Say try to call them, try to get a hold of them, everything. Try to if you can find a location, get the police involved or whatnot. So she franticing and everything, but Geneva was there, and then Pastor Jeff was there, and Calvin. And so they all was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" She's freaking out. She about to hop in there. She cannot breathe. Because they Vaughn, please pick up the phone. And then he got to start like, "Nobody want me. My mom don't even want me in this shit. You didn't want me. You kicked me out the house. And this that. I ain't good for nobody." I said, "Stop being a homosexual then. Stop being a bum." Now, if your mom didn't want you, I mean, that's something different. We can't knock that. But why if she don't want to be around with you? It's probably you. It's probably she not taking care of no freaking grown ass man in her house who not applying himself and only trying to get another woman who could take care of him. So I say, if you go to do that, play with your housemaking skills, cook, clean, do whatever they got to do. Then I can tolerate something. Especially if I'm going to deal with your dusty ass. At least apply yourself and do something around here. Help me out. Sure. So he said, nobody want me. She said, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. So Pastor Jeff trying to talk to him. Pastor Jeff is Rashida's husband. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And he tried to apply himself. He tried to talk to Vaughn. Vaughn said, yeah, I hear you, but so like that. So I'm sorry, I'm talking to Rashida and everything. And then we hear a gunshot, but he hung up the phone. But so it was like, so everybody was like, oh my gosh, did they get a disclaimer at the end of the episode? I said, okay, if it really did happen, I would understand the disclaimer, but don't put a disclaimer if it didn't happen. But like I said, I put a disclaimer because, people might be going through stuff like that. But whatever, I think this is a tactic. It was more so, the disclaimer was not for who ex-victims of going to unallow themselves. That was a dusty waste of disclaimer. If this kind of tactic is not a tactic that he will actually do it. It's a tactic to a manipulation tactic, emotional manipulative tactic to get someone to stay with you. A lot of guys do that. They use trauma and other stuff to wear the woman in because they bound by the emotions to keep them stay with you for fear that you will do something to harm yourself or others. And that's what he was doing. So when they was there, she said, Pastor Jeff said, I don't think he did that. I don't think he went on with that. He said, what do you mean? What you mean you hear it? I said, you might hear the gunshot, but who hung up the phone? Did you hung up the phone before you hear it? Or did he hung up the phone? And she said, hold up. He hung up. So I said, why would he hang up the phone if he would have chimed? He couldn't have done that. The phone would have been still on. It would still be on. He wouldn't able to hang up and shot himself at the same time. She's like, oh, don't let me know he did that. Don't let me know I'm going to kill his ass. Hey, Queso Boo. How you doing? Don't let me know he did that. Come to find out, he shot the windshield mirror, or he shot the window, and he went to his cousin's house. I said, good, stay in your cousin's house because you're not coming back. But you never know. We don't know. Bridget might be one of those types who might be really upset, but when she calmed down and he probably put the dick on her, she take him back. Because you got the moment of vulnerability and horniness. I hope she don't take him back. But we don't know. If not, people like that don't quickly get over someone. But to put attack it like that, I would say, oh no, you're not trying to play me, bitch. No, you're not doing that. Stay over there because you're not coming over here. I don't play that. Don't do that. Don't use no trauma like that, especially something so serious to wheel me in, and you might as well just went along. No, you know what? Let me stop. Let me stop. Because it's a serious thing. But don't do that. Don't do that. And that's a dangerous thing. And guys will do that to women, and we see that happen all the time. Not in just movies, not in just books, in real life. And they are dangerous to pull stuff like that. They are dangerous. And Bridget, if you know better, stay away from that guy. I don't care how much he bag. He will all that anyway. I'd rather deal with a Calvin than deal with a Vaughn. But whatever. You don't want the Calvin. You don't want a Calvin. You want a Vaughn type. So get somebody else if you like the young dudes. Exactly. Prove them wrong. But yeah, you want to get down on, okay, prove them wrong. She probably not taking back because all her friends feel like she will. Yes, all her friends probably feel like she will because she's not done. But with a stunt like that, she should be done. That's a dangerous type of guy to deal with. Don't not fall for the type of guy like that. Ladies, if you listen to it, do not. That's a classic telltale sign they've been trying to whip you back in. Especially they know you about to leave them and they know you can do better than them. That's a tactic. But sometimes we see this all the time happening. Ladies fall back and stay with the guy. And then sometimes they may not live to see the tale. When you're done with a guy and they try to pull a stunt like that, yes, may take it serious. But once you find out that was a toy, a ploy, and he didn't go along, nah, protect yourself, call the police, get your restraining order or something, and that's a dangerous thing. And that's a serious. The reason why I'm taking it serious is serious because that's not to play. That's not to play with. Got this girl all freaked out, like she could blame herself for him doing that to himself. That could damage her for life, and then comes out it was a freaking ploy. Yes. Pastor Jeff clocked it, and when she clocked on it afterwards, she said, "Oh yeah, he didn't know. He ain't going on with that. He didn't do it." So let's get to I talk about Tiffany already because Tiffany is still wrapped up with Geneva talking line. So I talk about Geneva and Tiffany. And so it's overarching line for Naomi. Naomi is one of the friends that she's the wild card. She's the fire person. She'll like to listen. She's hard-headed. But yet you can't help to be friends with her. But then knowing all of that, when she does the things y'all know she's capable of doing, but then judge her and then question yourself, why are you friends? So that's the question I need to ask you. Why did y'all choose her as a friend? So it's not so much about Naomi. Why? What about Naomi that attracted y'all to her? We all might have people in our real life who friends who just like a Naomi. But it's up to you if you can handle it and deal with that. And yes, as sisterhood, as friends, you should be able to help each other out and call each other out for their own wrongdoings. And I think that's what they just try to get Naomi to understand. What I want them to understand, that why y'all judging me for my actions, and yes, whatever I'm doing, don't act like y'all don't have skeletons in your own closet either. Like I say, y'all all good, and I'm the fucked up friend. So Naomi might feel like that. She feel like, damn. Oh, so I'm the problem here. I'm the here. Now, does it give her right to go lash out to her friends like that and make her right? No. However, at the same time, you got to understand friendship dynamics. Y'all can't come at me with y'all skeletons not cleaning yourself. Especially when you have a friend, especially if she know your secrets. So sometimes friends and sisterhood and best friends could be dangerous because if you have a falling out, sometimes you may say things and if things come out that you generally would have kept to yourself. But in heat of anger and moment, you unleash it to hurt the other person because they coming to hurt you. You feel attacked. Doesn't make Naomi right, but you got to understand this friendship dynamics. Just like Danny and Sistas. We all know how Danny is. She don't give a fuck. She this, that. She is down for you, but at the same time, she do what she had to do. She might be the effed up friend. She might make poor choices sometimes. But y'all coming pouncing on me, knowing that y'all have something, and Danny leashed everywhere that I want to know. Danny did the same thing on Sistas. And it made them all feel type of shitty. I say, yeah, don't act like I'm the only one. We all fucked up around here. But yes, Naomi, you all doing the most. Because at the end of the day, you and Franklin, now get me wrong, Franklin has his issues too. We're going to talk about him too. So Franklin is Naomi's ex-husband. He went along and got what this freaking young testimony, loosely paper chick. Yes, I said it. Loosely paper chick. Who's close, I think she would even say close to her, like her kids' age. Because they got children together. I think her children is like adults now or whatever. But it's like close to her kids' age. Her youngest child, I think her youngest son or something like that. close to that age. So I said, you go date someone that close to our children's age, you dusty prick. And not only that, Franklin has been taught to her on social media. Because he knows that she be watching his pages and stuff like that. So she is freaking stressing herself out, stalking his page. And he knows that. And so he's taught to her with messages, subliminal messages on her page. And she knows that he's talking about her. But the friends try to get Naomi to understand that those he's doing it, he's baiting you. He baiting you because he know he could get a reaction out of you. If you don't give him any time of day, he will not be doing this. But Naomi's not that type of person. No, she is messed up. She gave him the best of your life. How you gonna play me to be with some mayonnaise chick? Or leave me in, period. The orders for you. And whatnot. So I guess in the divorce, she was able to keep the house and stuff like that and whatnot. And she got a loss of the money. So she's not broke, but he gave her a loan of money and the house and everything. However, she's supposed to turn over some things during the divorce proceedings, but she hasn't been turning it over. She keeping it, she holding it hostage. Like I guess the car, some items, possessions in the household, he was taking away. But he had to take the painting. Now that was messed up. That painting was sentimental, and we're gonna talk about more on that painting and why she felt the way she felt. And why she did what she did at the fundraising event. But he had to take the paintings. But he took one of the paintings that was so dear to her. Took the earrings off her ears. He took the car and whatnot. Leaving her like, I was like, what's going on? I would say you had to do all that. See, sometimes men could be freaking petty. However, she was supposed to turn over this stuff. And she wasn't doing so. And I think Tiffany and Geneva was trying to tell Naomi, you have to do this. And but also Naomi, like she liked to play this thing, even though her husband left her, but she wanted to keep the fight what's going on with him. I think it's like a turn her on. I don't know what's going on. You know the psyche of Naomi. She keep putting up frivolous charges, lawsuits that they keep going to court for. I said, girl, you got a lot of money to be keep going back and forth for court and filing these small ass freaking charges or whatever to get at him to continue to fight with him, just so you could continue this with him because he left you want him hurt. But I said, you not hurting him so much, you hurting yourself. Which I understand the friend trying to talk to Naomi and understand her actions and put her in a deep hole, trying to battle a guy like Franklin because he's loaded. He's loaded. And you keep coming tackling him and going down this path that you want him to get unalive. So she hired this escort named Hakeem. Hakeem is Bolo, you know, a dancer and everything and whatnot. And he's an Order Queen's man. He was also in Louis House on Answer. That was the whole scandal gate of who had sex with Bolo at the Figures trip. So, yeah, no, Bolo. And she hired him. He's an escort. He's looking at it. He said, oh, whose house is this? And everything. She said, you think it can be mine? He said, I know, because I'm dealing with a lot of people who have husbands and their husband come and attack them and everything. He wanted to be dealing on surprises. She said, oh, no, it is what it is, like that. So he questioned her. She liked to be dominated, whatever. She liked to choke him out and do stuff like that, use things, and wow. She liked to release her anger and she liked her rage and so whatnot. And she liked that. She liked the choking stuff like that, like the dominatrix kind of sex and bondage. She liked that type of stuff. So in the end, she hired him. She said, "Oh no, boy, you better eat this cookie right here. Keep the new hot box. Eat it good." He ate everything, and he choked her. She said, "Oh, she does that." I said, "Oh, she like that type of stuff." And then they had sex and everything and whatnot. And then after that, she just tossed money at him. I said, "I know, right? Act like a man." Just tossed the money at the bitch. They said, "Go, you go home." It was good. And then she trying to get into this freaking website. Try to get the website and try to track him down and looking at him stuff. Look at the Franklin, but Hakeem, he good with that type of stuff. So he was able to help her. But then he want to leave and he like try to act like he's dominating. She said, boy, get the F out of here. Shoot. She was like, get the hell on, because he didn't want to leave. I said, boy, leave the damn house. You got your money. So she put a gun on him. He licked the gun. She said, oh, what the fuck? I said, oh, Chad, I was fucking scared me too. I said, no, when the guy's not afraid of a gun and he licking it, I said, oh, Chad, let my ass run. It's my own house. Ah, bitch. Fuck, he not scared. Maybe just shoot the next time. Don't point it, just shoot it. And see he don't want to. And stop. Oh, so he helped her. He said, let's move on. He cracked the code and got her in, and then she was able to watch him or whatever account, and then to see what's going on. And he said, listen, if you need me help with getting on, so I could be able to help you with tracking him down and stuff like that. So she got this idea. She wanted him alive. She wanted her ex-husband to be gone. But this is after this happened. So we're going to push pause on that while she wanted him gone. So now he's doing all that. So then let's jump to the Rashida. Then we're going to put the pieces of all of the stuff happening. We still here? Y'all still here? All right. So Rashida and Pastor Jeff, they got two children named Laz and Kelly. I think that's the children's name. That's the children's name, Laz and Kelly. And, you know, they're teenagers, so teenager gonna be teenager and all that. However, Jeff and Rashida. So we see that happening. You know, she's the first lady, he's the pastor, they do a lot for the community and then whatnot. But we see that trouble brewing between the relationship because he undermines her, he cuts her off sometimes, but yet she helps him out because when he's so swamped and doing stuff like that, she ended up doing services and stuff like that to cover him and whatnot, as a first lady does. But when she give orders like that, Myra don't want to listen to figuring Rashida. He looked at that figure Pastor Jeff, and Pastor Jeff had to tell him that he listens. I said, oh, what's this? I said, she tell you something, you have to do it. Like, that's what you're supposed to do as a husband. You undermine her, you undercut her, you don't appreciate her, you don't value, you don't see her. She trying to yearn for the affection with you. She trying to yearn to get the connection back with you. What's going on? What's happening? She thinking that you have an affair and whatnot. We don't know because she's not giving her attention and not doing it. So every time they're driving home, they would have an argument. They would, she said she don't argue. They have discussions. We don't argue. We have debates or we have discussions, but we don't argue. We have discussions. That's right. There's no argument. We have a discussion, y'all. So every time they have a call, they have discussions, and it is what we hear it. Well, shit, I know what's going on. Why you dressing me? Why you dressing me? And everything. No, I ain't doing this or this, that. What you don't do? You don't love me. You don't think. And then they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. She don't feel appreciated. She'll be valued. She don't be good. They'll be having sex. I said, y'all too good. Hot looking guys. People, not hot guys. Good looking couple, and y'all not having sex. What's going on here? Pastor, what's going on here? Man, I don't care if you're a church of God, you're still a man at the end of the day. Why are you not getting a box? What's happening? Sometimes you just got to take control. And then, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Lay down, bitch. Whoop. Yes. I say I ain't up first lady tonight. Because I will be the first and only lady that you gonna remember right now, bitch. Don't try to play me. Get here. So they be having a lot of discussions in these cars. And when I saw something, what's going on here? So we get this little scene with this little young little girl who try to lie and say she had an affair with Pastor Jeff. So she's doing the counsel sessions, and this girl saying, "Oh my gosh, whatever." He go, "Do they understand me? I'm sorry and everything." She's like, "Girl, talk." So she tried to tell the story how Pastor Jeff been looking at her and everything after Bible studies on Thursdays, and then he take me to his room, and we had sex on the figure thing on the table and whatnot. So it was like at first we would believe it because we don't know what was going on between Pastor Jeff and freaking Rashida. So it was like, what is going on? I said, don't tell me he is trying to have sex with freaking people at the church freaking home. Not in the freaking church building. No, we not doing this. I said, you dirty dog. So come to find out, the girl was lying, and she would try to get some money, freaking money from them, and Rashida let her have it because she took her to the room, show her things, and said, "Oh, so you say this happened every Thursday?" Because he was home with dinner with us. So I him and everything, and then just took her like kind of read her for filth. I said, "Good, get the fuck out of here. You try to get money out of here, so whatnot." And what you thought you was gonna get something? You thought I would be so scared and you won't get something out of this? Girl, bye. So she left. But still, it's trouble brewing between relationships. So I said, okay, so he's not having an affair with no freaking person in the church. I said, good. Or not no young one too. I said, oh, so you try to take advantage of a little one? I said, what kind of wrong guy with you? Doesn't matter that it's but stuff like that does happen though. Clock that. And so what we know they teenagers having issues like the son is out of control, whatnot. The daughters just go like that. The parents always arguing all the time and whatnot. They supposed to get ready for this fundraiser. And now Rashida was looking beautiful. She was looking nice in that black dress. I ain't gonna front. I said, no, that's why they're so looking. And getting dressed and they arguing as usual. Why not? So that is a fundraiser event. Because they had to go together. They had to pretend because usually they're not riding together. They had to be. They put them in the front. They put them in the front by riding together in a car for services and everything to act like they all good. However, behind closed doors, they are not good at all. They put them in the front and masking it, but it's taking a toll in the relationship because it's fake. It's fake and phony. You pretend that everything's good. We're not good. So at the fundraiser and whatnot, they're all at the table. You know, Vaughn acting a whole fool as he's acting, and Bridget is all embarrassed because she had to work the event and then she had to attend to him and he's being ignorant and everything. So they everybody looking at him and said, "What's going on?" He made the pastor. He be rude. He not be respectful of the pastor and whatnot. I said, "Oh, at the end of the day, they have to send him home. He got to go home. Boy, go home. Bye. Drive. Go. What we got to do." So Javon and Tiffany is having a good time talking up because William introduced Tiffany. William act like he's so smitten because he said, "Oh my God, he hooked them up together. They could be good friends and everything." And he see them talking and having a good time and laughing. Janae was looking at them and said, "What's going on? Why you laughing so hard?" and everything. And she hyperventilating. And that's what she told Rashida was going on about Javon coming back in town and whatnot. And that's when we found out that her and Javon was having an affair and whatnot and stuff. And I did forgot that. I remember it slipped my mind. When John was at the house and William went to take Geneva in the bed, Anika in the bed, he was looking at the door and he said, "She has my eyes." Now she does. Now we know the fictional thing, so it's not realistic, y'all. Because I don't. Sometimes people don't understand fiction and non-fiction. But yes, the Nika daughter had local eyes because I do sometimes have local eyes. People think I'm freaking sleeping, and I said no, my eyes is low. You see, I'm not tired. I just got low eyes. So sometimes I may feel tired, but just because my eyes are low doesn't mean because I'm tired. But she does have low cut eyes. It say like him. So he looking at her and it's like, oh, she let me. And not only that, they said they was gonna have a children together. They was gonna name their child Anika. So not only you had sex with him, you got pregnant because when she was having sex with Javon at the time when she was trying to conceive with William and everything, she was using protection. So they was gonna name the child Anika. That's what he said. And then come to find out the daughter is named Anika. And then he said, "Oh." So that's the asked Geneva, is that mine? She never answered the question. But we all know it's possible. It's possibility here, especially when we come to the last episode. We're gonna push pause on that when we get to that. So he pretty knew right in the day that was his daughter, and she faking the funk. I said, so now yeah, fair. You had a product of your infidelity, and you pushing this on to your husband William. Oh, child, he gonna have a heart attack. He gonna have a heart attack when you find out everything. Like I said, if your friends is the one you gotta watch out for, William. You think Javon is a good guy. Mm-hmm. Not only he would smash your wife all the time. And then Geneva, your best friend's supposed to be Tiffany. And you knowing you are doing something with Javon because you instead of letting her know what's up about this guy, you devoted her and whatnot. It's not because if you don't want this guy, you would just tell your friend about what's up and everything. But you don't want your friend to know that you was messing with Javon. And low key, you still probably want him in some way, shape, or form on fashion because her life is boring. Not to the extent that she was a Muslim, but to the extent that she could still play along with this. But she know like that Tiffany's getting attention now with them, even though he is low key. Well, that's what you should let your friend know. So you're bound together and get over this dusty behind. But then your secret's been out. So she don't want that. So she keeping a distance with Tiffany. But Tiffany is realizing something. So you don't want to keep pushing it so long because when she find out, then your friendship is not gonna be good. Because when she just said she was done with Naomi, we're gonna talk about why she was done. But so then you don't want Tiffany to say she was done with you because now you have opportunities to tell me what's going on. Why I should not. Now Tiffany should slow down. Tiffany should slow down with Javon. She should. But when you out the game for a while, sometimes when somebody feels good and feels right, he does other things. He make you laugh. He got a good job. He's good looking. According to Geneva, he got a good demon dick. So it's like, and then he got the nice voice. Cause y'all know he was from Hit the Floor. That's how we first introduced him from Hit the Floor. So he was from there, and then he played Dynasty, and then on Netflix. Especially, I gotta get back to watching that show. I forgot, I fall off. And now he's on here, but he's been all over places too. But he got a nice voice, whatever. That's his actual natural voice. So I said, oh no, we talking a little deep on the phone like that, man. got somebody dropping drawers around here, so that's how I'm playing. So you got all that, the good package. But his past is connected with your friend, Geneva. And she don't want to tell you, which is whack. But you tell her Rashida everything because Rashida's the first lady. And Rashida's not going to tell. Which I feel like somebody should be telling because y'all be telling some secrets, but y'all want to hold some secrets together. I don't know, man. But yeah, it should come from Geneva. But I said, listen, somebody tell Tiffany something. But also that. So Geneva's hyperventilating. So she telling Rashida at the place. Now Rashida's like, what's going on? And so he's here. He's sounded that. He's back and whatnot. And now I know the depth of it. I said, girl, don't. Rashida tried to tell this girl, don't fall back to this guy. Don't. But Rashida knows Geneva. I said, girl, I know you, girl. Don't. You playing with the devil and you should go get burned. Stop. Cut it off. But no, according to us, she turned on by it. So we don't know if Geneva ever gonna let that go. But girl, the way how you move it, somebody gonna play it. Tiffany might start putting two together. And hopefully, child, the sisterhood gonna be fractured over a man. It's just your man, right? Why y'all losing your friendship over a fucking dusty ass? Oh my god! And then he tried to go to trip with Italy. I said, first of all, it's nice you want to be spontaneous because Tiffany said how I feel like you spontaneity. She said, oh, I'm good, I'm down, whatever. It is what it is. He's like, I can take a trip. She said she'd be down for it. She will stay agent. She has the money. She has the means, the opportunity to go travel when she needs to and still get her job done. And she showed him the house. He wants the house. He said, I want a trip. And she said she's down for it. He said, how about Italy? I was like, not that far a trip. We're just not meeting together now. Now we can Italy. That's nice and romantical off and all. But let's keep it local. Let's keep it local. A local trip. And then we can work on doing outside stuff when we especially spend together more on time in the future. But he went on an Italy trip with figure William and figure Geneva. Well, figure Tiffany supposed to be watching Anika. But they said, well, she didn't watch him. Well, she did volunteer she could watch the kid. But I would say, no. She asked you. So I said, no, man, no hand, no making the cheese. I can't do it. I got to watch Anika. I can't. But they say, yeah, ask Rashida. So I said, no, ma'am, no hand, making the cheese. Don't put that on me. Watch the child. But I said, Tiffany, don't push too far with this Italy trip. Say, no, I can't do the Italy trip. Let's do something local. It's fine, because they was going on a date that night. Now, push back. Now, the fundraiser of it, Geneva and, Javon and Tiffany is having a good time and whatnot. Geneva's having everything. She told Rashida's everything. So, at that point, after everything happened, and before the fundraiser event, Naomi was getting ready, and she was about to go towards the thing. Exactly. Geneva is wrong. You trust Tiffany enough to leave her to babysit while you go to Italy, but you can't be honest with her. Exactly. Especially over Javon. Javon, Javon is playing your girl, and you're playing a dangerous game because of your skeletons. Javon is wanting your behind. Instead of you be open and honest. If you be open and honest with Tiffany, and Tiffany still decided to deal with Javon, then all the tables is laid out. I told this girl she still wants to pursue him, so it's out of my hands now. They have everything. My child is his. Well, we're gonna find out sooner or later. My child is his. We had an affair and whatnot. I don't want to leave William. But then again, how she was specifically was still pursuing him, Geneva was just to have this little inkling that she still turned on about the Javon. So I don't know. She might still step out again. Well, I say, yeah, I agree. Like, you can't be honest with your good friend. But yeah, you choose to distance yourself. I said, okay, well, Tiffany, fine now. I wish Tiffany to be done with you too. Because a girl, but then you want to follow some freaking bitch about your husband. Girl, I don't know why you following him. He especially got a small dick. I said, girl, go have it, girl. He ain't leaving me, so. Chad, what the fuck you fighting over that for? Girl, it's a cushion, but it's a cushion. He obviously still coming back home with you. Listen, if you're not leaving your husband, you had an affair, let it be. Sometimes at this dinner age, you just got to deal with the dude. I know what's up. I know what I did. I know what you did with you. That's fine. We even. We ain't leaving each other. Point blank, period. Pow, pow, period. Done. So, Nami was getting ready. But before she left, thinking Franklin had the house raided. Get all the stuff done. Took the earrings off her freaking ear. I said, not the earrings, but she supposed to give that back too. She supposed to give a lot of stuff back, and she was not giving it back. I said, that's what the problem is. They told you to hand yourself over. Hand the shit over. Why you holding thing hostage? But she still want to be attached to Franklin. So she, even though he doing this stuff and she getting pissed off, she kind of low key likes it because he's giving attention that she wants. The more that she keep fighting him, and the more he keep pushing back and forth with her, that's what it is. May not be right, and she pissed off that he taking stuff and he suing her. I said, girl, he was gonna sue you, right? He was gonna do things like that. Girl, this stuff is happening. The end game of your actions. But she don't give a fuck. She gonna do what she gonna do. So, because of that, Jeff invited Franklin. She didn't want to know. I said, let me know if he actually gonna really come, because if he come, we can't have Naomi there. Because Naomi see this guy, it could be World War III around this bitch. And she said, okay, I'm gonna let you know later. He haven't really told her if freaking Franklin gonna come. But we come through the grapevine. I did Bush and find out, whatever, somebody find out, and they say, listen, I think it's a possibility he definitely will be coming. So now they're trying to see if Rashida's not gonna come, because they even though it was a possibility, they got confirmation when he was actually there. So it was like, oh my God, Naomi was not here. Naomi was not here. So they called Naomi. Naomi's drunk in the freaking place. She was drinking because, she just got her house raided and stuff like that. So she's down now. And she said, listen, girl, y'all ain't coming. I said, well, she was lying. Never she. Naomi's lying. She told her she was coming. But she was drinking and everything, all down and whatnot. She was done. She said, yeah, y'all fine. I'm not coming. She told her, she said, they said, I said, do y'all really think she was not going to show up? Okay. So they had a little breather. Because Naomi told them that she was not going to come. Later on, doing the freaking thing, they met the little printer paper girl. And she got the freaking earrings, whatever, that they took from freaking Naomi to give her put her ear. I said, I don't know why the fuck you want a second leftovers or someone he gave to somebody else. If I was you freaking white chalkboard girl. You should have just said, listen, no, I don't want that. Give me my own earrings. But no, you like to be sloppy seconds. So she up here, say whatever they, and try to like play Naomi, she said something about trying to be funny. And the girl's looking at her like, oh. Don't keep it cute, girl. Keep it cute. We tolerate you, but don't keep it cute with that girl. So everybody sitting there and whatnot. Franklin's there. He being all douchebag as he is, like he's so pompous, like he's arrogant. And then he walked in. I said, y'all know she was gonna come. So Naomi walked in. He said, oh, Naomi. And he said, oh, so you was your bitch here? Y'all knew she was gonna be here? Or something like that? Oh, okay. That's why y'all want me here, because y'all know she was coming. I said, no, we did not know. He showed up and everything. And he got him at the table too. He said at the table, so that's Patrick. So Patrick Jeff wanted Franklin's money because his money could help him get the freaking funding that he needs for the building. So he want him there. So they do a charity and everything on. And then here comes this painting. Now the painting was special for her because her painting was from her brother, something like that passed away. And it was very sentimental for her because it's the meaning of it and whatnot. And that's her tied to her late brother. So the fact that Franklin went up there and was trashing freaking Naomi in front of her. And not only that, trashing the brother too. So everybody was like, oh my gosh, he was doing the most. He was doing the most. He was definitely, he know what he's doing because he be taunting her on social media and he was taunting her there. I said, boy, see, so when she do something, what she doing, don't say nothing because you have been taunting her. Right? So at the point, they were trying to get freaking Naomi sober up. She was twisted. So they tried to get her coffee and everything. That was working, some water and everything. They said, oh no, give me a hot jar of coffee. This big hot over here. So I don't know who best idea to bring her the whole freaking jar of coffee over there. They should just get a cup of coffee and call it a day. But they brought the jar over there and left it on the table. And said, here, drink this, drink it. She's like, oh gosh, leave me alone. Just this. Everything. So, Javon was trying to play his thing and try to get Naomi to calm down. And he worked, it worked a little bit. And everything to figure Franklin did what he did on stage. He worked a little bit, took a picture and everything. So, oh yeah, it was nice. And everything. So he did his charm. That also made more Tiffany more liking him a little bit. Playing his charms. And it worked. Until Frank got his dusty ass on stage. I said, oh child, here he goes. So he went on to talk to her. It was pissing her off. They all was looking at him and said, what the hell? Even some of the guys on the table said, damn, boy, calm down. You doing the most. And I think they were trying to make the bid so freaking low, $5. So I said, oh, hell no. I see no one. Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Now you trying to play? Ain't no way that figure painted no $1, no $5. No. you try to play it. So that thing was a $10,000 and whatnot painting. You gonna try to sell it for that less and whatnot. So when that happened, she's like, "Oh, okay." Naomi's face was screwing up. Screwing up. I said, "Oh, child, y'all better take the coffee away, y'all. Take the coffee away, y'all. Take the coffee away. Come on. Take the yo, Naomi." I said, "Oh shit." Her face is screwing up. And she was standing up and she get close to that. I said, "Oh, child. Take y'all. Look what Naomi. Look. Clear the table, y'all. Clear the table off. Like, y'all not fast enough. Chill." Y'all know she about to do something. Clear the table off, y'all. They try to pull her away. I said, "Don't pull her away. Pull the items away." Fuck. Shit. So nervous. She put me the hot coffee. Because the girl was talking smack too. I said, "Listen, girls, you better shut up." Now, I'm not upset. Now, it's messed up for what she doing, but I'm not upset because I said you were doing it. But she should have did it to the guy. I was happy if she did it to Franklin and smashed up his whole face. So you like to talk, huh? Let me smash this whole coffee in your freaking face. But she got up, took the coffee. I said, "Girl, what the coffee that?" Good, what's the coffee that? Oh, chill. That shit was sitting there for a while, so I said, "Damn, it must have got cooled off down there. What the fuck? You got burned the hell off, girl." The way the girl is great. I was like, "Oh shit. Oh, oh my god, that was a girl. Well, why you did that girl like that?" That coffee was out. Trying to be doing the most. Exactly. I said that coffee was sitting there for a long time. That coffee got cold by now. So I was like, I don't know how the fuck hot steaming was that shit. Oh my god. That girl was that girl was hollering. She was hollering. She was hollering. And some of them got on Pastor Jeff. So he wanted to look over and everything. Rashida, and it was funny, Rashida and Janine was in the back, right? Before all that happened, Rashida got out. Maya was on her chair. She looked at Maya and she said, Maya got up and got her. I said, "No, you make the fuck over here. What the fuck you on next to Pastor Jeff for? You see what's over here. How the fuck you school your ass over there to Pastor Jeff?" So it was so funny. So all that happened. They took Naomi. She got to get arrested. Took her to jail. Javon had a connection that he could get her out. So he made a connection. Geneva put to help. And Geneva didn't want Javon around and everything. But Tiffany was there, Geneva, she was trying to be distant and trying to be avoidant, trying to be all standoffish. I said, "Go ahead, okay." He did what he had to do. He's gonna take it and y'all gonna go get Naomi out. Pastor Jeff gonna go to the hospital to see Franklin and the wife. So she's gonna go with Pastor Jeff. Bridget got to take care of making sure everything's good at the freaking place because it was all a shit show from there. So Rashida and Pastor Jeff went to the place and they was arguing again. Not arguing, they had discussions again. They had discussions about what's happening about the friend. He tried to condemn her about her friend. I said, "No, don't try to condemn me about your friend. You should have talked to your dumb dusty ass friend and how your friend Franklin was taunting her. You know she was taunting him. He was taunting her. And yes, she shouldn't have thrown a cup of coffee at the girl. But listen, when you provoke someone like that, you know what's going to happen. He knew he was going to get a reaction out of Naomi. Now, it should have been done in his face and not her back. But it's a different story. She tossed it to the girl, but she just tossed it to his ass. He was close too. She could have said or his ass. But not. So they arguing towards the day. They got over there. Her back is burnt. Baby. So she lay in her stomach. Her back is burnt. So Franklin is pissed. He want revenge. He want whatnot. He want Naomi gone. She's locked up for jail and whatnot. But little below, they're gonna get her out. They eventually got her out. But that's that. The only way back, Pastor Jeff and Rashida was in the car. Arguing again. No, discussions. Discussions again. And then they were so into the discussions and heated, he got up and went in the house. He didn't open the door for Rashida. I was Rashida. I said, girl, you open your own door. But I said, listen, yes, sometimes gentleman wise, yes, you go open the door for the lady. That's what you're supposed to do. Chivalry. But he didn't do so. But I said, damn, but you are sleeping. Then she ended up sleeping in the car the whole damn night. I said, damn, but shit, now, this is before we would find out her trauma and why she had a string reaction like that. Because she said, he didn't open the door. He didn't open the door. But I said, man, girl, you can just open the door your damn self, like, and curse him out in the house. But no, she stood in that car and slept in that car. She slept in that freaking car. And he didn't realize that. He's in the house, he getting up and everything. He said, he said, oh, y'all just came together, so you don't know where your wife is at? And then he saw her in the car. She said, no, you slept out here on that? You didn't open the car for me. He said, I'm sorry, open the door. She said, he ain't about the damn fucking car. Open the door. And everything. So then, I said, well, she had a reaction like that. She didn't get the car because he didn't open the door. I said, girl, you just open it there. I said, what the hell, bro? I said, oh, yeah. And then his phone started ringing. While they in the freaking discussions, his phone started ringing. And she said, just give me that. Give me that. Took the phone and come to find out, it was Myron. Myron said, oh, hey, babe, everything. She said, I know. So you is not, that's why you don't want me. Because you like the means. You like the means, huh? Now, this is before we find out what's going on afterwards. We'll find out what's going on afterwards. At this point, when that went off, people was livid online. And I understand why the hell y'all are upset. That's what sometimes I don't be paying attention to people on social media. I've been looking at it, scrolling, and I just keep it moving. So I say y'all are doing the most. This social media age and the internet age got y'all all brains fried the F up. Because if y'all gonna sit here and act like Sistas, Divorce Sistas is a real show and not scripted and not faked and not people acting, now I don't know what to tell y'all. Because I know when we were going up to school, we learned about fiction and nonfiction. Fiction or not real. They're all made up. We learned that. So the scripture show us made up. However, sometimes art imitate life, but in their own fictional way. That's what like scripture shows. And actors portray the thing to bring the story to life. So yes, we're not going to sit here and act like people in the church do not have sex with the same sex, especially pastors. We've seen it all the time. We've seen the internet before. Or down on men. Down on men appears in every sector of our life. That's what we call down on men. Duh. So we're not going to sit here and act like that's not a possibility. Or they pedo. Or misogynist, a prick who's a whore. Or that's a possibility as a pastor. They could be cheating on you with another figure. They could be cheating on you with someone else in the freaking congregation. Bunch of women who want your freaking first lady D. They gotta be down low. Or they gonna be Pedialyte. Or bisexual, whatever you float their boat. Whatever it is. But don't act like this not realistic. So for y'all to act like people or pastors are so pure and they are innocent and they don't do none of this stuff, I say y'all need to just wake up and smell the coffee and listen, touch grass. Because some of y'all are out of touch of reality. How he gonna play a gay man? So first of all, we don't even know if he is gay or not. We just find out that somebody called him babe. Now it did look bad, but let's wait before we start jumping on judgment in the freaking going off the handles and criticizing shit. Well, y'all going off like that. That much the show must be good. Because y'all won't have no issues if the show is not good. Because you know when shows are good, you have the freaking criticisms and the supporters. You can have a good show without the criticisms. I'm saying now. The most great famous people, like Beyonce, like listen, she is a famous great person, but damn, she get criticism left and right, and she don't be doing nothing to them. That's how you know you get it. Because when your presence bothering people, it is what it is. When your craft bothering people, and it's like when y'all don't see the problem is y'all don't accept the reality. Yes, it's a fictional show. It's fake, and he's acting, y'all. They picked him for the role. If he didn't want to play it, he didn't audition for the role. That's on his choice. He picked the role. He acting. So stop it. I gotta say what I said. Y'all learn the different plays, movies, all that stuff is not real. It imitates life, but it's not real life. Child, people say get so freaking, and sometimes when actors play the role so well, people just cannot get them. They cannot distinguish them from their real life or not. They still call them by the actor name, like Mike Ely. Listen, when Mike Ely played that freaking role in freaking Color Girls, by the way, it's still one of the great movies. People are crazy, exactly. But Color Girls, and when he did that, they had everybody in it. I cried for that part. I said, if I first watched that part, I teared up. I said, oh my gosh, why he would do something like that? Really? He was crazy. To this day, people still remind him of that role. People cannot get him off that role because he played that role so damn well, and people hated him. And that was he just acting. And he's a great actor because people still, I cannot forget you what you did to the children, bitch. So, like Jay Fonz, he's a straight man in real life, but he played Little Murder, that's his name, in P Valley, so great. He played a down low gay man, so great in that freaking show. He acted chops. He played that role really good. Now people don't just think people know. Yeah, we still haven't forgiven Mike for what he did to Sheila. Got her on the freaking mountain. That's a freaking hard battle she had to go through. Oh real. That would played their role so well, even though we know that's not real. We know he didn't. He in real life he never made freaking Jill Scott go up a freaking mountain. They not even together in real life. So it's like, but still, people get so wrapped up, they still can't forget somebody for a role they played. I said, people let it go, y'all. It's a fictional story. It's not real. Like people think, well, somebody, well, straight characters play gay characters. They must be gay in real life. No, they're not. They just played a role. They was hired to play a gay character. They played the role, and they go back to the line. Like the guy, I figured, Power, Drew. Drew is straight in real life. He married to a whole woman, but he played a gay character. It is what it is. Characters, characters. So let's say y'all learn what fiction is. It's not real. Let it go. And if it's imitate life, think about the possibilities. Can a pastor be down low? Yes, they can. We will not have a DL epidemic, especially back in the past, if it wasn't true. So y'all get over it. Y'all be okay. Y'all be okay. Y'all still go watch this episode. Y'all be okay. So let's go on. So he said, "Baby," never said that. She said, "What the fuck is this?" So this is what they. I said, "Oh, so that was happening." So they supposed to go to meet Naomi and whatnot. I told you about how I figured Geneva went to follow the girl and all that whatnot. All that stuff is happening. They meeting up with Naomi. Now, Pastor Jeff went to see Franklin. Now, Franklin said, "Listen, I'm waging war, path, and every figure body. Since your wife is friends with Naomi, she collateral damage and she gonna get it." And Pastor Jeff said, "Listen, Negro, listen, ninja. Yes, I must be a pastor, but I will curse the hell out because Pastor lately he has been dropping that figure in bombs lately." I said, "Ooh, not the nigga," but he was throwing it out there, playing me. And this is after. Now, this was asked about that. First of all, I forgot. She's in the house. She went in the house because after he didn't open the door, because we find out Tiffany called him, and Tiffany told Pastor Jeff the real reason about why you not open the door trigger her. It's not because you didn't open the door. You triggered something in her past. Basically, Rashida was SA in the past in college by a group of people. She liked the guy, they made out, and then a bunch of people came in the room and they locked the door behind her. She trying to get out and they did not want to open the door for her. It's like that. So it's like she got trapped in the room. So she said she vowed and said that she would never date a guy who would never open any door for her. Now, Pastor Jeff found that out. Now he's up here like, "Oh my gosh, I did not know." I said, "What the fuck? You didn't talk about her own trauma past? Like, how long you have? That's a problem. You take people for granted, you don't talk about their past. Like, that's something you're supposed to know, especially when you're going to marry someone. What's their traumas, what's their triggers, what's things about that happened that affected them. You should learn all that, especially when you're going to marry someone. So now he's all over apologetic and everything. She said, "What the fuck was wrong with you? What the hell? Now, what's the change of heart?" So she asked him, "Are you gay?" He said, "No, I look. How you ask me a question like that? How you gonna bet someone? How you gonna come home and be married to me, love me, and then get bent over? I don't bend nobody over. Oh, so you do the bending." Oh, child. I said, "Don't get defensive, man." She asked another question. She said, "No, he don't get down like that. He don't get down like that. He don't mess with no men." And I said, "He is not gay. He love women." But he said, "Those figure women's in the figure conjugation that I be eyeing on." He said, "Hold up, man, player. Nobody asked you all that. No, don't get to a figure. Don't get don't get too excited. Now you jump on not get mad. Then you say you like females, so you eyeing females. I said, man, so you trying to cheat on me? Don't do that." She said, "I said who?" He said, "Rashida, Letitia, not Rashida, Tiffany, Wanda, Lazan, Azan, whatever it is." He said, she said, "Oh boy, bye. Those selections, hell no." But he said, nonetheless, no. He got his eyes for one woman and one woman only is you, Rashida. And I apologize and sorry I didn't open the door. She said, "Why you keep insisting about this door? Who fucking told you? Who you talk to?" It could be Bridget, because Bridget don't know. It could be Naomi. Naomi don't know. The person I told was Geneva and Tiffany. And Geneva doing her own thing, so it came out from her. So it's Tiffany that you talk to, and Tiffany should not say nothing. Now Tiffany, she'll say something, but then he kept persisting. I said, listen, if I was Tiffany, I said, listen, talk to figure your wife. You should have talked to her. He said she ain't gonna tell you. I said, so I guess Tiffany had to tell him exactly. I mean, she had to, but I guess he kept persisting. I said, okay, fine, bitch. Like, huh? Here, that's what happened. And I told him I could say nothing. I said, there's a cat at the bag. So now you know the trauma. Now I don't know if she's gonna ever approach Tiffany about that. I don't think she will, because after the day, it's no big deal. She got her man, at least whatever. Because now after the day, she's smiling now. They're going to dinner together. He tried to right his wrongs, and basically the reason why he was acting like that, he said he's so stressed. It was so much going on. He tried to get his building and everything, and he had been neglecting his wife. Basically, that's what it is. Due to stress and doing too much. And because he was focused too much on something like that, he lost focus on his wife. And sometimes, and that's like realistic. Even though it's a fiction show, sometimes it's like happen. Especially when you're in a relationship, you've been coupled, you've been married for some time, for a long time, and someone who's old, who has a lot on their plate, who usually work a lot, they tend to focus on their job more and they neglect their wife or the husband, whatever it is, vice versa. So sometimes you have to find a balance of doing what you have to do, but also pour into your husband or wife, because they will start straying. Oh, yes. And he was low-key jealous. Yes. That's one part of it. And then he also low-key was jealous of her because she was very successful. Because she's doing well in putting the numbers in the church and whatnot as a wife. So he was low-key insecure and envious and jealous of her. And not envious, more jealous, because he started acting by retreating his affection for her because she was so successful. But not knowing that having her by your side make you successful as well. Don't compete with me, bitch. Use it. Now, I want to know, Mashida and Pastor Jeff, are you going to have more sex now? Because y'all two good-looking people not be having sex. Now they're joking, having a good time. She's smiling. So hopefully, he put it together and get that under control of your jealousy, and making sure you open the doors. And I know he better make sure he open the doors. Damn, I ain't playing, because she was low key about to she was done with him. If he didn't go back now, Tiffany said, "Listen, I advise you, if you want to keep your marriage, you better go in the house right now." So that's a friend. She was telling her, "Say, if you leave and go to that church right now, bitch, your marriage is done." She didn't sugarcoat nothing. She said, "Your marriage is done if you don't go in the house right now and try to save it." And I want to Sheila. It's all this could have been avoided if you would have had talked to me about all that. You could have just told me about that. If that's the reason why you would put it away from me, we could have worked through that. That's an easy fix. We could have worked on that. Maybe we'll go counseling and stuff like that, but we could have worked on that. But no, you did all that because he was low key insecure and stressed. Well, bye. So because they got good terms, that's what he was going to Pastor Jeff of Franklin with Pastor Jeff went to see Franklin, and Franklin tried to threat his wife. And he said, "Have you ever tried to threat my wife, girl, or boy?" It's gonna be problems. It's gonna be problems. So yes, let's go. So they go to Naomi's. They go to Naomi's. Bridget, Tiffany, Geneva, and Rashida go to confront Naomi. Geneva got there first. And Geneva was saying, "Listen, girl, now Naomi coming down with her dominatrix outfits." I said, "Girl, put your clothes on, change your clothes." And whatnot. And Geneva said, "Put the blood on." And she got up there. She said, "I can't stand you, girl." No, Geneva got through her and everything. She said, "Okay, fine, get 10 minutes." I said, 10 minutes? I gotta take a shower. I gotta wash this cooch. I wash everything. You can't give me on 10 minutes. I need more than 10 minutes. Give me 30 minutes or something like that. Child, I need to squash this. You never know who's gonna come around here and want to get the looky. It's gonna be 10 minutes. I can't get no whole bath. So she got dressed, came downstairs, and they all kind of come gather around, and try to tell Naomi, what you doing, girl? Your actions is because of civil issues. We all know she gonna sue her. He said Pastor Jeff and Maya was outside. Now, Pastor Jeff told Maya, listen, I don't know what the hell, what the fuck you were talking about all this baby shit like that. What the fuck you calling the phone like that for? I know, how you calling me baby? We don't get down like that. Last minute I checked, I ain't bend you over, you ain't bend me over, so I don't know what the fuck you gonna, you had a woof of this little freaking Peter Rock out downstairs. So you didn't even look at it. So I don't know what the hell you told all the baby. He said, I'm sorry, I thought I read you did not read down your freaking wife. You know what just hell. You know the hell you was calling Pastor Jeff. Don't try to act like, I was talking to my wife. And do your wife know you like men? Next to his wife for the second half. And then we get to that to the nitty gritty. So Pastor Jeff said, listen, I'm not gay and I don't get down like that. So you better cut it up. He said, I'm sorry, Pastor. He don't want to listen. He said, listen, I told you to do something. You got some pop. You don't listen to me. Do what I told you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, yes. Okay, whatever. But he want to take care. I said, yeah, you can take care of me, whatever, boy. Stop it. So that's when they watch the house and will make sure they okay. They inside and try to tell Naomi. I said, Naomi, girl, what you doing? You going down the rabbit hole, putting them down under. You shouldn't have done that. Yes, you understand what the fuck you did, but girl, you gotta calm down. You are destroying yourself. And the more you keep pushing at him, the more he will push back. And we can't help you all the time. We're not gonna be able to help you. So they try to paddle her, try to say what's coming from her, and low key, she feeling attacked. So when she starts feeling attacked, and y'all kind of judging on her like she's the problem. So let me tell you about y'all damn self. Bridget, you playing house for fucking young tenderoni. Bumming his ass guy. Will you pick him up for kindergarten? She said, listen, see, I'm not like y'all, because I'm going to fuck shit up. I'm like, I say, yeah, fuck it up. See, fuck it up, Bridget. We need to see you. We need to see the street girl come out of you. Fuck it up. Let's do something. Throw something. Pounce. You doing all this? I see, I can't, I don't know why you're friends with you. So why are you friends with her? Tell me why are you friends with her? Each one of y'all tell me why you're friends with Naomi. If she's the fuck up. Because Geneva's low key is doing what Naomi's doing. She just not doing out. She's not avert as Naomi. Following the girl, not telling Tiffany what's up with Javon. Low key liking what Javon is doing, get turned on, but knowing her world about to get crashed down if the secret ever come out. But yeah, you want to talk to me about something about what the fuck I'm doing. Clear your skeletons, and then y'all can tell to me. But yes, Naomi's still wrong. I'm not on her side, but I understand both sides these days because you gotta understand the dynamics of friendship, like that. So, okay. So you got this little testimony, kick him out of the thing, boy. What the fuck out of here? 30 years old, he can fly himself. You messing with no chicken young child, fuck whatever. So that's that. Tiffany, you trying to look like you ready to run down the aisle, huh? Because Tiffany, you all submitted. You all moving fast. I said, Tiffany, calm down. You like this guy and whatnot. Take it slow at a time. Don't rush things on him. He said, say more. Say more. Get it out. Get it out. I know you're hurting. Get it out. Yeah, she's hurt. And she is lashing out on y'all. But at the same time, don't act like she's the only problem. Y'all have issues. Geneva, did you tell us that your freaking man is only carrying 5 inches, good 5 inches, and he not hitting that box right? So that's what you're fucking in Javon? And Rasheeda, my girl, you ever hear talking about then how things are going bad with us, but you gonna be talking about what's going on with you and your husband and how he messing with his sister. He said, "You know what? I'm about to show you. You know, I got eyes and ears in his house. I record everything. That's what's going on." So that's just not even don't do that. Don't ever say go. She said, "Go ahead, play it, girl, play it." So they showed you saw Myron on the phone. He said, "You know, yes, I love him. I think I love him and everything. But you know, he get upset when I'm on the phone too long and everything and whatnot. And he hold her hand to get me all jealous and whatnot. And so well, she was like, and everybody was like, oh my gosh. So you want to tell me? So I said, who the hell are you talking to? And why the fuck you talking to Pastor Jeff? Why he talking about Pastor Jeff like that? So they all like, oh, they don't believe it. We don't believe it. It's not the truth. This is not true. I said, we don't know. So, but then they say it has been buzzing around town that how he is big into the freaking pastor like that. So there's rumors going around. So, but when she's like, sometimes rumors could be rumors. You pay attention to rumors that you want to pay attention to, because if you don't pay attention and you bring light to rumors, it gives them legs. And if you try to address the rumors and bring some validity to it and whatnot or not, and let it down. Sometimes just go out on his own and go out on his own because nobody paying attention to him. But when you add food to a fire to a rumor, it makes it real. So let it be. But I said, nah, we here. Let's hash it out. Bring him in. Bring him inside. They come inside. We see Byron and Patrick Jeff. So they're all looking. And so let's confront them. So she said, no, play it. I said, that's right. Play it. Show the clip so he won't bounce his ass out this freaking what they saying. I'm glad that she said, no, play it. Play the freaking clip. Play it. So they play the clip. They see it. Patrick Jeff was stunned. He said, what the hell was this? Myron looked a little confused. Myron looked at us. I said, oh, Myron. Myron looked like he about to shit himself. He said, oh, shit, I got caught. So now we say, listen, all y'all fucking. Don't be around the bush. You don't need no PR statements. All y'all fucking. He said, no. Not like that. Is that who you talking to? No, it's not Pastor Jeff. He lying. He lying his ass off. He said it's not Pastor Jeff. Said, who are you phone talking to then? It's not your wife. You talk to your wife about another man. That don't make any damn sense. Who are you talking to? And why are you talking about the Pastor Jeff like that? Pastor Jeff had to let it be known. In no way, shape, or form in this planet on this earth that I am gay. I don't get down like that. I will never get down like that. I did not get down like that. I am not get down like that, and I will not get down like that, and I would not get down like that if you pay me. So stop with that bullshit. I'm not playing with all that. So I don't know what kind of bubble you think you are, Myron, because you're not getting nothing out of here. Yeah, the faster face, like I said, we at this point we're gonna believe the pastor, but it better not show up that y'all actually did something. Because I'm about to say you now, because I'm about to windmill around here. Now he might be, I don't know, something might be up. Like if it's all about the stress and being jealous of your wife, I can't find. Let it just only be that. But you better not be hiding something else. I'm telling you that now, Pastor. If it's not Myron, it better not be something else. You better have no secret baby. You better have nothing else going on. It just have to just be that. Okay, that now. So they're good. They Pastor and Myron went out, and Pastor had to tell him what's up. And now Myron think he gonna lose his job. Because I said the same thing when I was watching. I said, well, I'm going to fire him. But then again, you do have to be careful. Because then the people like to bring lawsuits up. They like to bring lawsuits up. And they will bring up saying how you did something to them and you discriminatory because I'm gay or whatnot. And you know how people like to do stuff like that. So you have to be careful. So I agree with Rashida there. Let's see this out. Play it out. Don't fire him yet. Don't do nothing like that. We're going to keep him because he's your best assistant. And he's really good. But now, you've been naive. So naive. I said, damn, Pastor, you don't be watching nothing. What the fuck you been doing? The fact you so involved in that church there damn much, you should be watching a lot of stuff. But Rashida was clocking a lot of things. She said she noticed that. And then she started cracking jokes in the car. It was funny. But, however, Rashida told Naomi she's done with her. I said, oh, I guess it's time to be done with her. Well, y'all done. See, I don't see nobody else say they was done with her, especially British. You didn't say you was done with her after you said you were going to fuck shit up. Are you done with Naomi or not? Tiffany and Geneva, are y'all done? Like I said, Naomi's wrong. She's hurt. So it's not giving her right to be hurting and lashing out back on y'all. But at the same time, don't act like I'm the only issue here. We all have some skeletons, and y'all all need to face up your own truth too. Y'all want to come down on me about my actions. Y'all should have be clean. Y'all should have. If I will only accept y'all if y'all don't have no skeletons in y'all closet, and I'm the only issue one. No. We all got skeletons around here, so y'all better act like it. And then she got paid. She got served. She getting sued for assault. And say, you know, we know this is coming. We don't know how many times they're gonna help you, Naomi. You need to stop it. You do nothing to stop. You do need to stop it. To the point that now she want her husband unalive. I said, girl, this traces back to you. Now she tried to get the escort Hakeem to do it. Hakeem was low key he was low key was getting it, but then she wanted to give him the money, and he said, you gonna have me doing it? I gotta get the money front. Some money up front, and then whatever job is completed, then I can do it. But she said, no, I'm not giving you no money. She said, Dad, I'm not doing it for free. You want me to lay on my neck on the line when I have some records to allow someone. Go, you can do your damn self. And then she crazy enough to show up to the hospital with some freaking black roses and taunted Franklin. I said, y'all it's too much. I don't know. He said, I would never give you satisfaction today again. I said to Franklin, you better say that. You better say that and stay in the truth, because it seems like to me, you and Naomi got this little love attraction going on, fatal attraction going on. And it seems to me, if you push going on something, so y'all be fucking in the freaking closet. I'm saying the passion is there. He said, Nurse, get the hell out of there. Nurse try to get Naomi out of there. Naomi trying to get her. She said she gonna drop the flowers in the back and run out of the She said, bitch. And she said, you touch the back and get affected. She threw that freaking roses right on her back. I said, oh, child, get affected now. I said, Naomi, you is a fool. She didn't give a damn about being that assault charges. I see, that's the problem, Naomi. That's the problem. You just live in a dangerous side. And I said, if Pastor, leave the girl alone and stop taunting the girl. That's your problem too. You egging shit on. So I think you like this too. Don't play with me. Not Pastor, Franklin. But we'll see how the rest of the thing are now. I did the majority of the stuff I said already. Let's get to this last part before we get out of here. And as I said, Geneva, bitch, for you to be doing all that distancing yourself with Tiffany trying to find out why you distancing yourself from her and everything, being on this, girl, get out of here, because you is not smart. Because if you were smart, you would have picked on the clues. So, Geneva William is talking outside. They was talking about some big steak dinner and everything. Javon supposed to be a chef. I said, he not no damn chef. What the fuck? He could have hired a chef. What the fuck? You got no money. You got got me tight real quick. I said, you know, motherfucking chef, what the fuck he in this house for? Get the hell out of here. You're doing the most. Hire someone else. And I was getting mad with William. I said, William, you doing too much with the Javon thing. And Javon, you know the hell you're doing. And Geneva always look like she figured about to shit herself, scared the bricks, but yet she low-key turned on by it. Girl, pick a lane. Or you scared, or you turned on. Like, or you scorned. Scared and turned on at the same time. She's scared. So they're talking, and they talk about the freaking double date trip to Italy. And they said, oh, why? No, you can't go because, you know, you're supposed to, you watching Tiffany. No, Anika. Watch Anika. So I think Tiffany, who Tiffany was calling? I think she took over. She or somebody about watching Anika, and she said, listen, don't do it. She said, fine. Okay, I'm going to tell them I can't go. I'm not going to do it. I got to watch Anika. So then Sarah was outside, the nanny was outside with Nika. Nika was on the swing. You know, sometimes adults, you might turn her head around real quick and something like happens for that split second. The kids is grown, they do a lot of things. So that's what happened. She turned her head a little bit in 1 second and then she fell off the swing. So she let the breather come out. She had to take her to the hospital. Nika had to get a blood transfusion. And she needed a match. Type A or type AB or blood type O, whatever. And Anika and Williams there was Sophia. No, Sarah. Her name was Sarah. Sarah, the nanny. And Nika was Geneva was saying, Sarah, you should have been more careful. I'm sorry. I said you should have been. I said, then watch your own damn child. Y'all all in the freaking house making steak dinners and shit. Y'all should all be outside watching her. Don't leave with just a nanny all the damn time. Get on my damn nerves. So it's that. And then there, Tiffany came. Jerome was there. She said to Jerome, you don't have to be here. And he said, nah, that's what it is. He's there. And Tiffany come. She trying to be flippant. Now, Sarah left because she's historical. Because she was like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I said, don't leave her alone. He said, listen, we're ignoring night. It's not her fault. We even trying to tell Sarah it's not your fault. It's an accident. Accidents happen. Let it go. But Geneva was on one. I said, understand that's your child and everything. But I said, girl, So Tiffany go there. And she said to Tiffany, you don't have to be here. You go. She said, that's my niece. I love my niece. What's going on? Tell me what's happening. I want to be here. So she said, no, I'm good. You can go home. And now we watch it. I said, listen, that's fine. That's your daughter. You don't want me here? Fine. But you've been dissing yourself for me. You have been not recording my calls. You dodging me. I'm confronting you. You trying to say everything's about you. I said, okay, if everything's not about me, then I can get the fuck out of here. Okay. Boom, bow, pow. I'm gone. You have to keep telling me numerous times. Shout out to my Mizzle, she said that. Numerous times they're telling me that you don't want me here. But yeah, you want me to watch your daughter. So I need to find out what's hell going on. And that's with my niece, right? But now you want me gone. I know why you want her gone. Because the secret's going to be coming out. And she's going to be there. And you don't want her there to find out the secret. So the nurse come out. It said, Nika will need a blood transfusion. She needed blood and everything. And she had to get the blood from her parents. So William, as his daughter father is, because I said, yes, I'll be the one like, yeah, daughter father is, willing to give her blood. She said, oh, well, Geneva, I need to talk to Geneva. So William said, no. Geneva. The nurse kept looking at Geneva. Geneva not pick up the hint. She said, Geneva, come with me. Come with me. Just told me. She said, no, just tell me what's going on. I said, the fuck, what you hearing? She told you the daughter need a blood transfusion. She need the blood. She was trying to the parents. It need to be a match. The nigga is a blood AB type. She need a matching type. Girl, I'm giving you a hint. Come with me. Come over here, bitch. Fuck you looking at me for? Come over here. And Janine was like, just tell what's going on? What's going on? I said, figure lawyer, you are dumb. I don't want to hire you as a lawyer. If you gonna play stupid like this. I'm giving you a hint. Come with me before your spot get blown up. I'm trying to tell you something. And she giving this. And William said, I'm a blood type O. So what you trying to tell me? The nurse looking at Geneva looking at the nurse. I said, I don't know why you looking back at me. I gave you a hint, girl. You didn't want to take it. Basically telling you he cannot donate blood because he's not the same blood type as your daughter. So the parents of the blood type ain't, I guess we best believe maybe Javon is blood AB or you A, he B, he got AB type. It is like that. His type cannot match. So William, if he's smart enough, he can put two together. If Anika is AB type and you are O type, there's no possibility that you'll match with the blood of the daughter. That means that's not your daughter. Geneva knows you're not the father. So instead of playing it and he, the freaking nurse, warning to go talk to her in private, you want to have a scene and try to tell her at least, nurse, to speak up and talk about it. I don't understand what you're going on. And you understand perfectly what she's saying, but you don't want to pick up on it. Now, mind you, Tiffany didn't leave yet. So Tiffany's standing right there. Javon and Tiffany is behind them. And that's how the episode ended. Now I don't know how long we're gonna wait for the second half. But baby, I can't wait to see the shit show that I can start. If I was Tiffany, if I find out, I said, what? Oh, so you don't want me here to find out, huh? So you don't want me here. And let her find out that the baby is matched with Javon's. Yeah. I said, oh, child. Geneva. But yeah, y'all want to pad up on figure Naomi. Look at you. Your world about to get blown up. And mind you, remember they said Naomi and Geneva is like the same. But Geneva was more classy. She ain't classy there. She had clueless and dusted. She had like a dunce cap on top of her head. Giving her wicked eyes like she didn't understand what the hell the nurse was trying to tell her. I said, girl, if you don't get the fuck over here, how about I tell you something? You better get in the office right now with me, right now before your shit get blown up. Get the fuck over here now and stop looking at me like that, bitch. That would be funny though, if the nurse did all that. The nurse would got ghetto on her quick. I said, girl, if you don't want to understand the classy way, I'm trying to show you the ghetto way. Get the fuck in this office right now before your shit get blown up. Yeah. But then William was crushing on freaking Nanika. Like I said, girl, said then William was not letting go because he wanted answers. I said, oh, I'll tell you on Geneva. Anything else about this show? That was Divorced Sistas, y'all. That was good. Like I said, this is good. It was a good first half. It's a good first half. Hope the second half is strong, just as strong, and then we can get more seasons. I mean, we get 50,000 season for Sisters. We should get Noble Sisters. They can take. It's a lot that they can do with the show. As long as they don't freaking derail it too far, it's a lot they can do. Oh yeah, I didn't mention the kids too much about so far about her son, Rashida's son is stealing some money from the drawer. He stealing a stack of money. I said, well, I don't know what the hell is going on with him. I don't know. He about to go down with the drugs and stuff like that. It seems like they're alluding that he might be having some substance problem. So then he manhandled his mother arm. The daughter saw it. His sister saw it, and she tried to say she's okay. Yeah, boy. I said, boy, go, oh, boy. Putting your hands on me like that for? Because you can't get no money? What the hell you need money for? To go to movies? You don't need no money from the movies. I could buy the ticket. Oh, we don't know. We don't know when the rest of the episode drop. Because the first half, they say it's split into two halves. So that's how I was saying in the beginning of this review. I don't know when they're going to come back with the second half. Because it's split into two halves. The first 8 episodes and the next 8 episodes will come out. So hopefully it don't take too long. But I will follow internet streets and find out when it come back on. Then we will continue watching the watch alongs with them, and I will review it. But we don't know. Hopefully it doesn't take long, and it's within this year. So I said give it a month or 2 tops, no more than that, to come back. At least give it a month. But yes, I can't wait. But that was that, yeah. Anything I missed, y'all put it down in the comment section down below. Let me know how y'all feel about Divorce Sisters. If any details I did miss, I think I gave you all generalized synopsis of each one of their storylines and how they tie together. I try to see what's going on. Oh, about the Myron thing. Pastor Jeff did not fire Myron. Myron thought he was going to get fired. Bridget talked to him, and he's crying in the car. He said he basically told us that he was talking to a friend. It wasn't his wife. He talked to his friend, and he apologized. Do your job, but I don't get down like that. So get some help. Get some help. Pastor Jeff told him so many words. Get some help with that, because you're not getting down with this. And somebody else in the congregation was putting him on. I said, so what the hell the person was thinking? Then I was fruity. So get that. I have a feeling Bridget might still entertain Vaughn, even though she shouldn't, after that stunt he pulled. Now she said she was very done with him for that. So you should be done. I don't know if she's gonna get Calvin a chance. I don't think she will get Calvin a chance because she don't like a Calvin type. Even Calvin got it put together. She's still like the young ones. So we'll see. So Naomi, I don't know what it's a lost cause for Naomi. Naomi gonna do what Naomi gonna do. So I think at this point, y'all need to stop telling her what she needs, she can't and can't do. Because even though y'all tell her what she can't do, she gonna do what she gonna do. So either y'all just be done with her like what she just said she is, or support her from the distance and do what you gotta do. Because at the end of the day, you can't change her. Machida, a good thing you and Pastor Jeff is good terms right now, but still keep your eyes open. With Myron, because Myron will be watching her like a hawk. Myron. Rashida will be watching Myron like a hawk. She was already watching him anyway, but she will do more so now. And she probably still be more around and see if Pastor Jeff ain't doing anything else besides what he said he was doing. And Geneva, I don't know what to tell you, girl, because you were stupid at that last episode. So when your world gets shattered down, you might lose your best friend and you might lose your husband. You know, who you gonna talk to? Rashida? All right, y'all. I appreciate that. For tomorrow, we gonna talk about Beyond the Villa tomorrow and Heart and Hustle Houston. That was on. It's a good show. So we're gonna talk about those two shows tomorrow on live. So join me tomorrow about that. And we have been watching Perfect Match. I don't think I will review Perfect Match. I just wouldn't watch it. Love is Blind UK is coming back up, and when they come back, I think next week. First season was good, so I don't think I believe the second season UK will still be good. So we will watch it and review it based on how it is. And Love Out of UK, we were watching it. I still contemplate what I want to do an overall review, talk about the season. Maybe I will do it because the finale just recently aired, and yes, they put the Hulu winners on, but we still need to watch the season to see how that go down. And that's that. And that's it. Until any other shows come out, y'all let me know. We got to continue watching. Continuing watching all the Queen's Men. Continue watching all the Family Hustle. No, Family Business. New Orleans is back with new episodes, so we got to continue on that. So we got some things to continue watching, y'all. So it's not over. It's not done yet. All right. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Anything I missed, y'all put down in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe, share this out, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. All right, lady, y'all. Peace out. And hit me up Discord. Y'all want to chat up at Discord. I'm still around until I leave.